Hello, my beautiful earthlings. So happy to be back. I am Elaine Rodriguez, also known as Light of Elaine, and today's video will be on the June forecast, energy forecast, just to let you know what's going on in the energetics and any planetary shifts that's going to be taking place, and also speak to the energy that we should expect. I'm also known as Light of Elaine, and I'm an intuitive healer, energy alchemist, and soul coach here to help you awaken further and remove any energy blocks that get in the way of you living your most fulfilling life. And I have been somewhat remiss. I missed you guys the past couple months. I've had some personal issues that I needed to attend to, overcoming a concussion and trying to get back on track, currently undergoing different therapies and other like mishaps that's been taking place. But the way the universe works is if you do not create the space for yourself to rest and recover and allow yourself to replenish, they will make sure that you do it somehow. So I had to face a lot of health stuff right now, and I am very optimistic because, my bounce back is always greater than, staying down. So I am excited to be back here with you all and share my intuitive wisdom with you and energy. So if you're feeling my energy at any point, please hit the like button, make a comment, and share with family and friends. I'm trying to really build this channel up now, and I'm going to be rolling out Intuitive Tuesdays. So you'll expect a video this coming Tuesday, connecting with one of our practitioners that reads tarot and is very intuitive. And we're going to be doing different things each week, but you're going to see her spotlighted twice a month. But yes, I am excited to be back and just connect with you all. So the energies for June are quite interesting because it's a very big opening that's happened. Last week we entered Gemini season, and also Jupiter, the planet of expansion, luck, and growth, went to the Gemini. Is in Gemini right now. So all the planets move around the wheel, astrological wheel. So every 12 months, we do have a shift in which planet Jupiter goes to. We were in Taurus, now we're in Gemini, and so the energetics are different. It's a pretty large planet, so we're feeling the themes of communication, creative expression, bringing out your teacher, the teacher within you. Whatever you've mastered or whatever you've been working on, those of you that do those online courses have been taking on different classes to learn about whatever it is that's drawing you there. Now is the time to allow spirit to move through you and express it, show it to the world and bring it forward. This is the time where the student gets to be the teacher, and the teacher sometimes gets to just stay back for a little bit. And that's kind of like where I've been moving more towards while I do my own personal healing. But Jupiter is not used to being in Gemini. It's actually cross in Sagittarius. That's where it's the happiest. So those of you that have Gemini placements are going to feel a surge of empowering energy to drive you forward. But we're here now in this energy of a lot of mobility, a lot of scattered thinking. You may feel like you're all over the place, but you're also getting a lot of like downloads and thoughts that are ideas that are coming through. Gemini is a very it's an air sign. It drives the mental plane. Is known as is a mutable sign. So there's a lot of that mutable energy back and forth that you'll see in motion. But it's really like a clear energy too. Like you get a lot of clarity. Thoughts just come to you, ideas, inspiration. So you want to like definitely embrace that and just start writing down like all the things that you want to do this coming year as far as communication, expression, teaching something. And even not only does Gemini rule like communication, but it's also how we think. So we're seeing things very, very like in a mental, like in our heads a lot. So remember that it's also the planet of duality. You see the two twins, and some say, it's like negative and positive twin, but it's about duality and the mortal twin and the immortal twin. So it's like the humanness and the divine of the divinity within us. So it's both worlds together. And Gemini is also flexible and open. So embrace this energy. A lot of the planets are also in Pisces, which is also mutable, which is also changeable with the fish. So it's going to slow down, I believe around the 8th or 9th. Let me just double check because there's a lot of dates this month. Around the 9th, Mars, the planet of action, fire, goes to Taurus, so it's going to be slow now. Right now, Mars is in Aries with the fire and the air. It's like fireworks. So then it's going to be a slowdown. This week, we have coming up on the 6th, the new moon in Gemini. So it's a great time to start that new cycle, that new beginning, and really rolling out these ideas. We're also reaching like the second half of the year by the end of this month. So you want to like review like some of the things that you haven't implemented. And remember that we don't have any retrograde in Mercury until August. So you want to take full advantage of June and July to keep driving things forward before you're not able to because of all the banter that takes place with miscommunication. Then we have a couple other things. We're going to be approaching the solstice energy on the 20th, and that's going to be the height of the summer. And there's a lot of, the highest point of light, and we're gonna want to go, and then we're gonna be approaching then Cancer season, which is a warmer, more connected, more in your feelings, returning home energy. Whereas Gemini is more like all over the place. And then we have a nicely grounding full moon in Capricorn. So after all of the few weeks of Gemini energy and then grounding into Mars and Taurus, we're going to now move into more of a softer, more sensitive time, with Cancer being the ruler of the moon. So that's pretty much the energetics as far as the overarching themes take place. I do want to mention that this new moon, there's going to be a conjunction with Venus, the sign of love and money. So the last time that happened was June of 2020, and we all know what the 2020 was about. So we get to revisit the part of you that you no longer are. We've had a lot of transcendence, a lot of transformations since COVID and the lockdown, and we were forced to go inwards. So we're rapidly ascending, evolving. All of these solar flares that are coming through, all of these ascension symptoms of expansion, of the headaches and the ringing of the ear, the waking up in the middle of the night, and starting to get intuitive hits, being tired, wanting to take naps during the day, um, getting an appetite or not having an appetite, because our bodies are becoming more crystalline, more light-bodied as we continue to release these densities and do the shadow work and do all the other work. So the more lighter we become, the more connected we will be to electrical energy, the electromagnetic energy, and also connected to our intuitive abilities and the higher realms and dimensions. And we'll be moving in and out of timelines. So you'll notice that sometimes you don't really feel like you're here. Sometimes you feel like you're in another world, and then you come right back. And the way it works is, you're not going to connect with people if they're bringing your energy down. It's going to be like a really big resistance. And you're not supposed to fight the forces. You're supposed to follow your innate wisdom and do what's right for you so that you can evolve into the person that you're meant to be. So you don't want to defy what you're feeling is the right thing for you. And the lessons have been recurring, and they repeat over and over until we get them. And even then, they come again so that we can master them. So don't take anything for granted. Know that you are not to revert back to old ways because it's more comfortable or because that's what you're used to. You have to kind of become uncomfortable with change and allow the change to help you like become that person that you really are underneath all the things that we've been through as individuals or as a collective. So that's pretty much the energetic message I have for you all. Look out for the new and full moon, Mars changing over, that big Venus conjunction, and the solstice energy. So I'm gonna pull some cards to see what they have to say for all of us and see what other downloads come through. I don't prepare these videos. I just kind of like see what happens. So I'm going to first pull some themes and a few messages uh, from Spirit and some tarot. Ooh. So the energies unleash your kindest self. As we're ascending, we are now leaving behind those negative emotions that keep us feeling low, and really vibrating higher. So having kindness, compassion, seeing things through different lens, understanding that the other people, the other person or the other individual that may have like impacted you in any way, like they have their own story. Everyone's going through their thing. So not taking everything so personally and being kind to everyone. Let's see what other messages we have. And I really have a goal of wanting to do more videos. So I'm going to have different subject matters and different people and some of the other practitioners that are working with me. And also just being more present. Cool your emotions. Clear your mind. This is Gemini energy. Okay, so Aries and Gemini. So we're now moving from that. That told you that fire and air, with Mars leaving Aries, and now we're in Gemini. So it's like a little bit of a more scattered energy right now, all over the place. So you want to keep yourself grounded. Take those deep cleansing breaths. Never act on impulse or reaction. Go to a place from the soul where you can connect to, and ground before you respond, because you don't want to like say something that you regret. Uh, and we learned a lot this past Mercury retrograde that like to become a prolific communicator, you have to understand the other person's perspective and also hold space without passing judgment. I don't even know what I just said. Just know that you are loved. Okay. So there's some feelings out there of not of being alone or not having um a companionship or the connection that you seek, and you just know that the big journey that we have is to return back to self and have the self-love that we seek from others into us first. All right, so what is the current energy? Is going to pull some Kara now. Some Eight of Wands energy. So expect a shift to take place with abundance, good news. People are going to start to travel and want like to experience the goodness. Um, and now with the height of the energy, you're now starting to move and do things and see the fruits of your labor take place. Um, Connect to freedom, connect to the inner union of your masculine and feminine. You are now able to distinguish what being interdependent and codependent is. You're now able to distinguish that you can do for you what you seek in others, and you also can allow yourself to receive and be magnetic, and have that inner union within yourself before you seek it in others. What other energies currently for the collective? Many of us are going through a transition, a struggle, and sometimes there is strength in that struggle. Is not sometimes, it's all the time. So we don't get better, we get stronger. And know that whatever is left, whatever hardship, whatever loss, it's opening up for new possibilities and new beginnings. So embrace the transitions in your life, my dear beloved earthlings. What can we expect? Hold on, this one just responded. So that mental king of swords energy. So we have the ability to disconnect from our emotions. But remember, we don't want to like not process our feelings. We want to allow to have whatever needs to move through us to move through, because we don't want to hold on to things. So sometimes when we're too much in our feels, we have to say, no, I am choosing to not feel this way, and I'm not going to allow anyone to dictate how I'm going to feel, and I can reassert my situation. So once it's like the bounce back from having experienced loss, you can choose to suffer and stay in it, or you can process it and release it. And then we have the full, the new beginning. So yeah, there's a little bit of excitement, forward motion, connection, and then you're stretched into a change, leading to mental shifts. But then you have that new beginning. And now we're entering a new season in Cancer. It's the start of the summer. So it is like a new time where you're more carefree. You're at the height of the heat energy and action. So any what can we expect as an outcome for the month of June? Yes, yes. A new cup in love, and that can be relationship, rekindling, a new start, a new, completely new relationship, and the Queen of Wands energy. So it does a lot of passion, a lot of like, I am here, I have arrived, I'm ready, let's go. And look at me, I'm sparkly. And that's interesting because it reminds me of like, we're going to be approaching to the Lionsgate portal, the end of July into the 8/8, which is also a very abundant time. So it feels like it's going to be, we're in this fast paced movement, expansion, creative expression. Then we're going to slow down a little bit with a Taurus taking over Mars. And then we're going to get grounded with that full moon in Capricorn, leading into that feeling of arriving home in Cancer. So then we can, there's going to be a lot of relationships getting more connected uh, in July. And there's going to be a lot of passion in what you love to do. So even though summer is usually more of a stalling energy, I feel that there's going to be a lot more of an uplift. Like you're going to be surprised how much is going to come out. Um, I think more so in July. I feel that in June we're going to be a lot more in our heads, figuring stuff out, trying to implement ideas, and then we're going to kind of passionately move through them in July, including career changes and relationships. So, those of you that are looking for those shifts, July is going to be a great month for you. Let's see what messages we have, like advice from Spirit. What advice do we have for the collective for the month of June? What final messages do we have for our collective the month of June? What do they need to know? Let yourself be held by love. Choose yourself today. Do not deny your importance. Find your haven. There is a place of wonder waiting for you. And write yourself a love letter. This is all kind of connected to love. So, how I'm seeing this is that we now have, it's almost like not permission, but if you're not one that's been able to receive love, be ready for it and come from the place of choosing yourself over another, but finding that haven within you, that love within you, but like from a place of wonder and like a sanctuary within you of peace and a safe haven of love within you, and keep romancing yourself because there's love coming your way for those out there that are seeking it. We have so much to be grateful for, and we have so much that we get to do, but sometimes our minds are not ready to see it from that standpoint. We're so used to focusing on lack or what's not available when we can shift that paradigm and create what is available, because you are the center of your universe and you have the power within you to create change and make waves. We are now more and more connected, and we have the power to redirect ourselves to a higher vision, which will in turn become a higher new reality. So great to be back. Thank you all for tuning in. I have an LOE Soul Tribe group. We meet once a month on Zoom, and we have another one the end of June on Wednesday, the 26th. The link will be below. Look out for other videos, and I'm sending you so much love, so much light, and may you continue to be blessed and know that you have the power and the gifts and the magic all within you. Much love, dear Earthlings.